レディー・ガガさんです。Yes, movie, so you can maybe wave a little, do some action. Yes, that's great. カメラ参りましょう。Your eyes to the right side, movie cameras. Yes, that's great. 皆様に目線をお願いいたします。
Hi everyone, it's so nice to see you again. I'm so happy to be back in Japan. I always miss it when I leave here, and when I come back I'm reminded how much I love this country and all the people that are here. So thank you ahead of time for all of your generosity and for your absolutely wonderful welcome to me and my new album, JOANNE.
先日ニューヨークで日本人カップルの結婚式に飛び入り参加されましたが、その際のエピソードをお聞かせください。
Well, it was an accident, actually. We arrived to the Imagine Memorial. It's John Lennon's memorial in New York City. It's my favorite place to be in the whole world. It's so peaceful, and a really very beautiful Japanese couple was getting married right there in Strawberry Fields, and I ran into them while I was visiting John's memorial, and I decided to take a picture with them. They were so happy and beautiful, celebrating their big day.
最新作のジョアンですが、ご自身初の自叙伝的アルバムになっています。ありのままをさらけ出した内容のアルバムをこのタイミングでなぜ作ろうと思ったのか、理由を教えていただければと思います。
Well, I wouldn't say it's my first autobiographical album. I would say that all my albums are autobiographical in some way, especially Born This Way. Born This Way was so much about how I was really bullied in high school, and it was an album that reflected on all of those different stages of my childhood where I was learning how to be an individual and be proud of being different. But what I would say about JOANNE is that it's much deeper in an autobiographical way. It goes further than my other albums went. It's more personal, and it goes to the heart of my family. My father's sister, her name was JOANNE. She died when she was 19 years old of an autoimmune deficiency in 1974. My father was 15 years old. This tragedy was the centerpiece of my family, and it was something that always made me wonder if I ever got to know my real dad. So I was working with Mark Ronson, and he asked me, you know how to write pop songs. You love to write pop songs. But Gaga, what do you have to write about? And I realized that something I really had to write about that I hadn't written about before was my family. And this is what JOANNE is all about.
ガガ様のパフォーマンスはいつもパワフルで、私たちとても元気をもらうことができます。そのパワーの一番の源は何ですか？教えてください。
You know, I would have to say that it's my family, especially all the women in my life. My mother, my grandmother, my grandmother's mothers. These are women that are tough, who have been through a lot. Women that have handled tough men, who became even tougher women. My mom's family is Italian as well as my father's, but my father was from New Jersey and my mother from West Virginia in America. I was raised by a blue-collar family that was really hardworking. Everything that my sister and I had growing up was because of my parents. We had a good education because my family worked hard to give us one. This is the source of my strength when I'm on stage, is this sense of the power of my ancestors coming all the way from Italy through Ellis Island to America with no money. I think about where they came from and where I am now, and carrying on our legacy. This is what gives me strength. JOANNE, my aunt, I never met her, but I don't know about you if there's anyone in your family that passed that maybe you didn't know, or maybe that you did know. And somehow in certain families, that person becomes like a goddess or an angel that everybody looks out for every day, that you pray to. That was what JOANNE was for me. She was my soul guide. She was my guardian angel. So when I was young, I learned a lot about turning pain into strength, because that's what my family had to do in order to survive. That's why I made this record.
アルバムの、ジョアンから、日本のファンに1曲捧げるとしたらどの曲でしょうか。理由と一緒にお答えください。
Well, I guess for right now, it would be Million Reasons. This is a song on my album that I wrote with a wonderful girl named Hillary Lindsay. And, you know, I've been walking around and I wear pink, you know, lately, and my pink hat. And I wear this because I think it's okay to be a strong woman and still wear pink. I think it's okay to play music and instruments and still wear sparkles and high heels. The song Million Reasons is a very feminine song in a way, but the chorus is very strong and important. And I would dedicate that to my Japanese fans. I say, I bow down to pray. I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all his worn out leather. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away, but baby, I just need one good one to stay. These lyrics are about faith. That is a lot of ways what JOANNE is all about. Everybody has a different higher power that they pray to. Some people don't have one at all, or some people have their JOANNE. I would like to dedicate that song to my fans in Japan, so that when they are having a bad day, they remember that they're not alone, and that you can always have faith.
今年ガガさん30歳になられましたけれども、心境や体など何か20代の時と変わったことなどありますか？
You know, I think that when you're younger, maybe it's an American thing, but you're sort of taught that when you turn 30, you're old, or that you're a grandma as a pop star. But I really don't believe that at all. And I think that becoming older as a woman is a beautiful thing. I'm 30 years old. I feel like I'm finally a woman. I feel like I've grown up a lot. I feel really comfortable in my skin. And most importantly, I really value my mind as well as my musicianship above all things. And I feel confident in my authenticity as a songwriter. I used to always feel like I had to prove myself as a female musician in a male-dominated industry. But now I feel like I belong. And I want young girls to feel like age is a beautiful thing, that it equals wisdom, and not that you are damaged in any way or unexciting. I think that I've only become more wise the older that I get, better at music, better at being a good sister, a good daughter, a good friend, all the way around.
最新アルバムの「ジョアン」でかぶっているピンクのハットについてのエピソードをお聞かせいただけますか？
Well, I was in my house in California, and I was looking outside over my property line, and I was thinking to myself in a sort of sad and lonely moment that when I'm inside my home, I'm free. But when I go outside and cross the property line, and again, maybe this is an American thing, but I'm not free anymore. It is legal to follow me around, to take pictures of me through windows, anywhere on the beach, walking my dog. just normal life things. And I was having a moment of loneliness, thinking, how can I make music that relates to the world when I feel so different? And I walked into my house and I took a bath and I scrubbed up and I walked down the stairs where I hang all my hats. And there was this one pink hat in the house. And I put the pink hat on and I looked in the mirror and I thought, well, even on the worst day, if you put a pink hat on, you can try to make things better. The pink hat for me is a sign of celebration. It's a sign of rejoicing in being a woman. And it's also a sign of my armor as a woman as well. This is a symbol of all the cowboys that I've dated, that I've made it through, how I'm stronger and tougher as a result. I hope that young girls will be inspired by this look, but not just because it's a cute hat, but because it represents being proud of being feminine. And that is a big, important part of the album too, that women are strong and that we need each other to survive and that we shouldn't tear each other down. We should lift each other up.
およそ2年2ヶ月ぶりの日本となりますが、昨晩は何かされましたでしょうか。もしまだ何もされてないようでしたら、今回の滞在中に何かしてみたいことはありますか？
Well, as soon as I got to the hotel last night, I went to my room with the House of Gaga, who is my creative team, and we put together all of my performances and outfits for the week, and we took Polaroids and talked about all of the things that we wanted to do here in Tokyo. And the most important thing is that we wanted to spread a message of love and positivity to everyone in Japan. So I haven't gotten to go out yet and have any recreational fun, but I'm here to do the thing that I love the most, which is to spread love.
今少し衣装のお話が出ましたが、今回特にアルバムに関しまして衣装が少しデビュー当時に戻っているようにも感じるんですが、今作のコンセプトと何か関連があるんでしょうか。また、先ほどの質問にも少しありましたが、30歳というこのタイミングでこういったシンプルな衣装になった理由はありますか？お聞かせください。
It's so funny that you think it's simple. We've come a long way together, haven't we? You know, this is just what I like to wear now. I am very focused on my discipline as a musician. So I spend a lot of my time practicing guitar and piano and voice, keeping myself healthy and strong for my dance routines. So I like my outfits to be a little more comfortable. And I also like this beautiful bright color. I think that it brings a sense of joy into the room, and it makes my mornings every day so happy. I feel like I get to celebrate my aunt, JOANNE, as well as all of the women in my life. And, you know, in a way, it's, I would say it's retro future. You know, there's part of it that is from the past that might remind people of me when I was young. Which is very flattering because I just turned 30, so thank you. But there's also the new me, you know? On the album, in the title track, JOANNE, I say, girl, where do you think you're going? And I think a lot about this hat and the shoes and the clothes I've been wearing and the music I've been singing, and so much of it is about embarking on a new journey. And I think there's sort of a moment when you're, you know, turning 30 as a girl where you ask yourself, what's next for me, for all of us? And I am in that place. So my clothing just always reflects who I really am at the time. And also, as I get older, coming to Japan, not only do I wish to embrace Japanese culture and all of the wonderful things I always find when I'm here. But I also wanted to share with the kids here my sense of street style from New York and from Malibu, California. So this is just me. You know what? Also, I think, I don't know if you know this, but my middle name is JOANNE. I was named after my father's sister. So maybe also what you're seeing is some of the little girl in me shining through.
それでは続いてはちょっとプライベートな質問もしてみましょう。今年ご存知の方も多いと思いますが、免許を取得されて運転されている姿が数々目撃されていたりするんですが、もう差し支えなければ何台くらい車を所有されているのか、そして、日本で運転するとしたらどこか行ってみたいところはありますでしょうか。
How many cars do I have? I think I have 6 cars. That's a lot of cars. I think I would drive all over Tokyo. I think I wouldn't stop driving if I could. You have to ask my record label. Maybe they'll let me go for a drive later. I also love, of course, Harajuku and Shibuya. I would drive around.
30代になって女性として、アーティストとして新たに挑戦してみたいことがあれば教えてください。お願いします。
Well, I want to keep making music and writing songs and touring. I can't wait to come back to Japan and perform my new album and do a brand new tour. I'm looking forward to doing the Super Bowl, which will happen right before I turn 31, which will be nice. And, you know, over the next decade of my career, not only putting out music, I'm looking forward to having children and having a family. I am a very family-oriented girl, and I want to carry on that tradition.
さあそれではですね、本日は実はユニバーサルインターナショナルのスタッフの皆様よりニューアルバムの発売を記念してプレゼントがあると伺っております。代表のユニバーサルインターナショナル井ノ口雅也マネージングディレクターにご登場いただきましょう。お願いします。が出てまい
I
り
just
ま
want to
し
just
た。
say thank you to everyone. Thank you to Universal Music for always supporting me. I appreciate it so much. And thank you to all the people in Japan for my album, JOANNE, to be #1 for a second week is a huge honor for me and my family. This name, JOANNE, is the single most important name that I can remember hearing growing up. For it to be reverberating through the homes of so many people in Japan means the world to me. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Masai.
井ノ口さん、ぜひ袋を本人にお渡しくださいませ。さあ今手渡されたのはまず真っ赤な風呂敷ですね。触れないかな、大丈夫ですかね。多頭塩では井ノ口さんと一緒にオープンしていただきましょう。さあ中から今お手に取っていただいておりますこちら着物ブランド上太郎斉藤さんのデザインよりジョアンのビジュアルをイメージした淡いピンク色の羽織でございます。友情のハグがまさにアルバムジャケットのハットを思わせるカラーですよね。井ノ口さん、これどうしてこちら選ばれたんですか？
そうですね、これ今日の質問会の中でも何度もありましたけれども、今作の中で彼女にとってピンクというものがすごい象徴的なカラーだったり非常に意味合いが大きいので、日本でこういったピンクでいうと何かなと思ってこの着物にしました。
もう早速お召しいただいてますけれども、わー素敵ですね。着心地もとっても良さそうですが、よくお似合いになってらっしゃいます。ぜひなかなか羽織を羽織る機会も少ないかもしれませんが、帽子もでは合わせてかぶっていただいて、今の素敵です。和洋折衷ご気分を伺いましょう。
Thank you, it's so beautiful.
すごく美しいです。ありがとうございます。
My family is feeling very healed by this album being released to the world. So thank you for being a part of healing my family, and I hope that this album, for those people that are feeling lonely, for someone that they have lost or that they may lose soon, I hope that it brings you some comfort and healing too. Thank you. Arigato.
ありがとうございます。涙を流しながら喜んでくださいました。井ノ口さん、どうもありがとうございました。喜んでくださってよかったですね。ではムービーの皆様お願いいたします。帽子をかぶって、やっぱり横を。
この着物にお帽子ってどうなんでしょうってみんなすごい変に思ってないかしらって。
そんなことないですよね。すごく美しいですよね。It's very pretty.
すっごく気に入りました。
ムービーの皆様いかがでしょうか。はい、ありがとうございます。それでは素敵なお着物、ぜひガガさんなりの着こなしでお楽しみいただければと思います。ではまずはお着物をお預かりいたします。
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who came today, and a big thank you to all of my fans all over Japan. I love you so much. I have enjoyed every moment that I've ever been in this country. Your generosity is unparalleled. You are beautiful in every way. There is so much joy here, and I only hope that while I'm here, I can give as much joy back to you as you have given to me over the years. Thank you, and XO, XO, JOANNE.